One in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from the Superdome.
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. You talk about this Falcon defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Carr. And this is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Trying the left side with Kamara. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here comes the Saints punter now.
Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At the 33-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the 1st down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A first carry for Tyler Algier.
And running with power here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. Second and 10. Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
And that is incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
3rd down here.
When you look at this Saints defense,
they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Short throw to Smith. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Ritter going to keep it.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Robinson is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw his car.
That is incomplete. The Saints at 4-12 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. On play action, now Carr. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And taken right at the 35. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons.
A punt return of 65 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Coup for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. 17-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Falcons 17.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
22 needle. Set.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On the ready.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Cordero Patterson. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air.
And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. They'll look to set up his blockers.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Ready.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ritter.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, Carr. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Carr now to throw.
That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here's Carr to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 18-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Xavier Hutchinson
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They'll give it to Patterson.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I never return punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a set.
Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts.
His 11th touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, this is what you get paid for.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
29, express.
Now Carr.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
This is caught at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
That's good for a Saints.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Kill. Express. That's up.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Escapes the defender. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10. And they're on the 21-yard line.
On the double.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Hey, go Fury. Set, go.
Go and play action. Ritter. Short throw to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Second catch for him today.
I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Ready,
So
ready.
first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Blaster, six. Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a second and 10.
Trouble, 38. Check pink. Check, huh?
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on.
The first
ready.
down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
From the right hash, this from 53.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Sheds off the tackle. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Terrace Marshall.
82 yards.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Ritter going to change it up.
Shot 17. Drill 52. Hut.
Ritter completes this quickly.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
52 blaster. Ready?
On the give, here's Robinson. To about the 26 here.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ready?
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Needle.
Ritter now.
This one complete to Scott Miller. Touchdown, Falcons.
Scotty Miller.
26 yards.
And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a
that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
Stays on his feet. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On the set.
So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ready.
This 2nd and 4.
Hut, hut.
Toss play to Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move, seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Powering forward. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
10 cycles. Set.
Handoff now to Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Carr now on first down.
now a short one to Gesicki.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Marshall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now Carr, he wants to change up the look here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Keeps himself upright. Now he'll escape to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw his Carr.
Tries the left side and finds Olave.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They run it with Mason. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Okay, right.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Check, huh?
Robinson with another carry. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll run for it with Algier.
Able to push his way through. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Got it. Strike. Check, strike. Cut.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
They'll roll him out right. And this one complete to Smith. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
Second and 9.
Ready.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On the ready.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Fight 60. Set.
3rd down, here's Algier.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Carr now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now Carr again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On play action, now Carr. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 47.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
David Onyemata never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Now Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides.
Be the capper to a dismal 4-13 campaign.
And this front office will have plenty of work to do in the draft and through free agency to turn this ship around. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.